Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. In association with Round for Round Boxing, a new boxing game coming out on PC, Xbox, and PS4. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. In association with Round for Round Boxing, a new boxing game coming out on PC, Xbox. Okay, sorry about that, people. I'm getting feedback. Right. So, I have with us the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Stiverne. Berman, how are we doing?
Good day. Doing great. Doing great.
Great. Fantastic. How things been?
Excuse me?
How things been?
Great. Good. Very good. I've been busy, pretty much busy with a couple of activities back in Haiti. The foundation that I have, and also now I'm back in the gym. So, I'm glad to be back. I feel good.
Fantastic.
And, feel great.
Fantastic. Why I'm calling you, one of the reasons I'm calling you is because there's a little fight that's happening tomorrow night, right? But before we talk about that little fight tomorrow night, there was a fight that happened not too long ago that you made a prediction on. Remember that fight?
Yeah.
Joshua and Povetkin.
Yeah, I remember.
So, you're not very good at predictions, are you, Berman? So, hold on. So, what do you think of Joshua's performance against Povetkin in the end?
Not his best. Not his best, but there's just something with Joshua. Whatever I notice, or that's my opinion. I think that a lot of fights that when he struggles and doesn't really look like he's supposed to look, I think it's a learning experience for him. The first half of the fight, he wasn't winning from what I was watching.
Mm-hmm.
Got caught with a lot of shots. Also shows that he could take a shot. We all know that Povetkin is not a average fighter.
Yeah.
But he pulled it off, and that's the most important.
The finish was quite devastating. I mean, not even Klitschko did that to Povetkin. Like, people take into consideration age, but Povetkin was doing well up to that fight, and he was doing well in the fight. But then Josh found the equalizer, that right hand. It was a world-class finish.
Yeah, it was. It was a good fight as well. It was a fight. It was a good fight. Where both of them they were exchanging punches. But Joshua came back and finished the job. So I'm happy for him. It's good for him.
So where do you think it's put after that win against Povetkin? Where do you think that puts Joshua? I know he's unified champion, and we respect him for that. But where do you think he actually fits among the three? Himself, Fury, and Wilder.
With Joshua, he has so much that he could do, and to improve. Out of all those three, I see Joshua being able to come up with different things, new things, and not doing the same things over and over.
So you're saying you'll see Joshua do the same things over and over in his fights?
I don't see him do that. No, I mean, what was the last fight he had that was he struggled? It was with
Parker. Was it Parker fight you talking about? Joseph Parker?
No, it wasn't.
Takam.
Right. And he came back and then he fought again after, and he looked better. And I believe that after the fight with Povetkin, I believe that he will adjust and tighten up. Other than other than excuse me, Fury and Wilder, you know, it's one is one always depend on his size and his height, and the other one depends on his power. You know, but I see Joshua coming with different things. You know, adjust himself, and he's a learner, should I say?
So you're saying we still haven't seen the best of Anthony Joshua?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I
Okay.
really see him as a fighter that's still learning and that has a lot to give the public.
Wow.
That's how I see him.
Okay. Okay. His next fight could potentially be against Dillian White. Would you want to see a Klitschko 2 fight?
With Joshua?
Klitschko 2.
You're breaking up. Can you repeat that?
Would you want to see Klitschko Joshua 2?
Not right now. It should have happened after he lost, but
Not now.
I don't think it matters now.
Okay. Joshua Michael Hunter.
Joshua Michael Hunter.
He's beaten up Bacole, who is Joshua's chief sparring partner.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that as a fight? Hunter versus Joshua.
I still think Hunter is very skill fighter with a lot of speed, but I still think you should wait before taking that opportunity.
The winner of Dillian White and Derek Chisora versus Joshua. So either Derek Chisora or Dillian White.
I would want to see a white Joshua too. That I would want to see.
Why would you like to see white Joshua too?
I think when they fought the first time, Dillian White is a different fighter today. Different mentality,
okay.
But I think
he made enough adjustments to beat Joshua this time.
I don't know if he made a lot of adjustment because his last fight with Parker, it wasn't really it was he won the fight, but
he ended the fight.
Yeah, he did, but I think it should have looked a little better.
Okay,
than he did.
You think it's at the end of the fight where Parker dropped White and almost had him out on his feet?
Right, but I still believe that because it's Joshua, I believe that he would, make the proper adjustment.
Okay, right. Let us talk a bit about Alexander Usyk in the heavyweight division. I believe he's going to fight Lebedev next. I don't know why he would do that, but I understand it's Lebedev next.
Alex who?
Alexander Usyk, the guy that knocked out Tony Bellew. Undisputed cruiserweight champion.
Don't know who that is.
You don't know who Usyk is?
No. I heard that Bellew lost, but I don't know who.
Okay, Usyk beat Joe Joyce in the amateurs in the World Boxing Boxing Series, the World Boxing Series.
Is that supposed to be impressive?
I forgot who I'm talking to here. My apologies. On the subject.
That too. I mean, I don't know him, so but I don't know why it's I don't know. Beating this man is nothing really that's really extraordinary from my point of view.
Okay, all right. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna go back with it for that with this. We're gonna leave that right where it is this time round. Okay. We're gonna leave that
World
right
Cup
where
is not really, it's not really. No, that's my opinion. So
okay, right. So
I give credit where credit is due.
Joe Joyce does fight Joe Hanks tonight. Any thoughts on that fight?
Joe who?
Joe Hanks.
I don't know him.
He's American. Heavyweight.
Don't know him.
Oh dear. Okay. There was talk about Big Baby Miller fighting Joe Joyce. Oh, sorry.
Hmm. I think I'd go with Miller.
You go with Miller in that one.
Hmm.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Why is it interesting?
Well, because you made an opinion. You think that Miller would beat Joyce. It's interesting.
Miller has too much experience for him, and
Okay. Okay.
he's too. One thing you don't want to do with Miller is be stationary,
Yeah.
and 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 RoboCop knows how to be stationary.
Okay. Right. You're baiting me. It's usually me that baits you in interviews. You're baiting me. But anyway.
I'm telling you can't be stationary with Miller.
Okay.
You got a guy that's 300 pounds, and when he plant his foot and exchange punches with you, you can't stay in front of him.
How good do you think Miller is, and do you think he's improving?
I mean, he's beating everybody. They put in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a fight that I would want to have.
I know you talked about before. It's a fight that you want. You've talked about before quite openly. You'd like to have. I'm sure the boxing world would love to see you in the ring with Miller. That would be an explosive fight.
Yeah, I would love to have to fight him. That's a fight that I would handpick and make it happen if it's possible.
Okay. Well, you don't know if Big Baby Miller's listening. Maybe they need to get in contact with your people. Right. The big one, Fury Wilder. We know of your history with Wilder. Should Wilder beat Fury, then he's only got to beat Joshua. I mean, it'd be some feat. And if Fury were to beat Wilder, then of course the next man on the list would be Anthony Joshua. So it's like,
but they do have. I think the deal was 2 fights. No. I'm mistaken. No, I'll take that back. It's not them.
Okay.
If that fight would happen when Fury was fresh out of the Klitschko fight, I would have picked Fury. But with all the event, all the event and the activities with the powder and all kinds of things that was going on, and I don't know. Because of that, I have to go with Wilder.
214 pounds. Now people are commenting, is it too light? But it was actually Cunningham who's 212 pounds that dropped Fury.
Who is 212 pounds?
No, Wilder's coming at 214 pounds. But people saying, is that too light? But Cunningham came in at 2 against Fury, and he was a cruiserweight.
Right.
And he dropped Fury.
Well,
What are your thoughts on that?
he wasn't the only one that dropped Fury. You know.
I know.
But then you got to remember, yeah, he dropped Fury, but Fury got up and beat them.
Beat Cunningham, of
Don't
course he
forget
did.
that. So
I know. That's true. He did get up, and we've got to give him credit for that. But what about the other thing we need to talk about in this situation is that Steve Cunningham or Nevin Paicek or anybody else for that matter is getting hit by Deontay Wilder. I know you say that, your thoughts.
Well, styles make fight.
Okay.
We'll find out how comfortable Wilder is fighting a guy that's taller than him.
Okay. So he fought Calvin
and Fury got this. He's tall but likes to fight like he's short. You know, and he also boxes and move around, so that might make Wilder a little uncomfortable. You know, but I don't know. Like I said, if it wasn't for what happened to him, I would have went with Fury, but because of that, I don't know. I'm kind of I have to go with Wilder.
What have you made of Fury's comeback? The two fights he's had, the dramatic weight loss.
Nothing.
Is that enough time?
Nothing. No. I'm telling you, everything he did, everything he had to do, this big fight that he's fighting tomorrow.
Yes.
That should have been right after Klitschko. I never heard any fighter in the history of boxing that became world champion and went into some kind of depressive mode, and I never heard of that. It should be the greatest moment in your life. It should be,
Now, I spoke to Evander, and Evander Holyfield told me, he said to me live, he said, when you get up that mountain once and you get to the top, it's about character to hold on to your belts. He also said that he didn't think that Tyson has what it takes to get back to the mountaintop again. He had serious reservations. Even if he got there, he wouldn't be the same fighter because of how he's treated his body.
But that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. We only know the things that we know, but what about the things that we don't know?
The unknown.
Yeah. We all know it was a bunch of story with cocaine and all kinds of different things, but I don't know.
Do you, in the two fights you've seen of Fury, have you seen anything Fury that fought against Klitschko, in your opinion?
It went down. The Fury that fought Klitschko and then the fight before Klitschko, he was looking great. Moving around and, he's actually boxing. And his last two fights, when he came back, it's not the same. Not the same at all.
So what do you think is that's made it different?
His body language is not the same. It's not the same. We all know how cocky he is, and he was trying to get cocky with Wilder, and it's not even the same. He used to be cocky. The way. Okay, if you go back and look the way he was talking to Klitschko, and actually got into Klitschko's head, it's not the same that he did with. He couldn't even do it with Wilder. As much as we know he likes to talk, it wasn't the same. It's not the same.
No,
I don't see him. I don't see him beating Wilder.
You faced Deontay Wilder twice, okay? And I want to talk to you from a perspective of facing him at the other side of the ring. What is it like on being on the other side of the ring, look at Deontay Wilder getting into the ring? Of course, you were the champion the first round. The second time when he was champion, when he got to the ring, what is that like? And he wears the mask. Do you think that is that mask effective? Does it do
The mask. The mask is just.
I mean, you might be mentally strong, block it out, but does that mask have an effect? Does it mean? Does it register anything to you as a fighter? Does it when you look at that, I think you look at that, you pay attention to that, or just see it as a gimmick?
You're talking about the mask now?
Yeah, the mask. Considering he's wearing the mask.
No, I don't. Well, it's funny you say that because I don't even remember about the mask. I don't even remember about the mask. It's not. It never caught my attention. Really.
So in all the screen and the bomb squad, all that sort of stuff.
You don't hear that.
As a fighter.
You don't hear that. You don't hear these kind of things. I really. You might hear it in a press conference and the weigh-in, but when it's time to fight, you don't hear nothing.
I was thinking about keys to victory of this fight, and I think Fury's best way of beating Wilder is actually to use the double jab back into the ropes, land the right hand.
I would say for him is to do the same thing, and using the skills that Wilder don't have. You know, no, you know what? I lie because if you look, you ever seen Wilder sparring?
Yes.
Wilder, when Wilder spar, he spar like he is invincible. He do everything right. Everything is done right. And fight night, that's the opposite. It's like he forgets what he was working in it's not the same. It's not the same picture. When he spar, I've seen tapes of him sparring there. He actually looked very good in sparring. But then fight night is the wild, hit you with the forearm and all kinds of things, you know.
The speed of his punch, is that something Fury's going to have to watch out for? Not so much the power.
It's not really the speed. It's where it's how it comes. You know, it comes like. You ever seen a helicopter?
Yes.
All right. Just like that.
But it's effective, is it not? I mean, even you have to admit it's effective.
It's effective, but when you look at it, you know, even the last fight I had,
yes,
the reason why is not because he knocked me down, but it's because he hit me behind the head with his forearm, and I was never able to recuperate, you know, and I was telling myself, you know, shit, let me just put my hands up and let him throw a 1-2 and just drop. So he threw a 1-2 and I dropped, thinking that I could, you know, get down and recuperate, shake it off. I was never able to shake it off. But hey, it's part of the game, and you have to live with it. You know.
Is it because at that weight he's very light? So does he have an advantage being so light over big guys like you? You're a big guy for heavyweight. So does he have advantages? Speed, that speed of jab and movement is when he does all that stuff. Is that discombobulating?
Yeah, for the first 4 or 5 rounds, the speed is there. After that, the speed is gone. If you look at his last 6 fight, when you come out, that jab come out like a lightning, you know.
Yep.
It comes out, but then after that, it dies. It dies, and he gets caught with right hands and overhand and stuff like that. Like round 5, 6, it dies.
So,
his best way to fight is the first 5, 6 rounds.
to the first 5, 6 rounds, is that where Fury has to be absolutely red alert? Those first 5, 6 rounds, he has to negotiate those 5, 6 rounds.
Yeah, I believe Fury is bigger, taller, and moves very well for a tall man. I believe you should put him on his toes, on his heels, and back him up, and double that jab up. And you know how Fury loves to come down, to bend his knees and move his head.
I think that will be a mistake with Wilder, because when he drops,
I don't.
You don't think so?
No.
Better if he stand tall and use the jab rather than bend down.
I don't think so.
Explain.
I believe Fury can pull this off. You know how he likes to put his left hand down and moving side to side with his head.
Yeah.
You know, I believe that if he could do that and work behind his jab, I believe he could do it.
The jab's the key for Fury.
But I don't know. Like I said, if it was right after Klitschko, yeah. But I don't know. I believe he did a lot to his body. It's going to be hard. I don't think he will pull this one off.
Everybody, go down to the bookies and bet on Tyson Fury. Bermain said that Wilder's going to win the fight. Go down to the bookies and go and bet on Tyson Fury. Based on Stiverne's recent track record. Do you know, you and David Hay actually have got something in common? And here's what it is. David Hay makes predictions, and then the other guy, whoever David predicts is going to win a fight, they get smashed to bits. Absolutely obliterated. And
that was only for Klitschko and Fury. I was wrong.
And then David goes, I thought he was going to win. I really thought he was going to win. They was get smashed to bits. So if David says something like, go the other direction, people say that about me, but I'm 50-50. Sometimes I get it right. Sometimes I don't get it right. I don't.
God. On a normal day, and if everything was right, everything, nobody would took a break and went and got into a depression and all that. I would have picked Fury. But the last 2 fights I saw him with, the last 2 fights he had.
Yeah.
Nah. That's not the Fury that beat Klitschko.
Right. It's 5-11, and I know you're a very busy man, and I know you've got something to do very important. So, what I'm going to do is leave you early. Have you got any final questions, any final points in the last minute to say to people that are listening to you?
No, I mean, I should be back in the ring in a couple of weeks, and I can't wait to talk about the details.
Okay, and I'm sure when you have those details, we will be the first to know about it.
Yes, sir. You're the first to know everything.
My name's Stiverne. Thank you so much for talking to BWTM Sport.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, champ. Speak to you soon.
Good day, my brother.
Take care.